Hey guys, it's Saturday afternoon here in the UK. We are bang on 2 p.m. and it's your Make It Saturday. Now usually you'll have George and Lily here. That seems to be the reoccurring theme on a Saturday with the two of those guys. However, we do have one George in, but it's a different George, and it's not George of the Jungle, and it's not George playing with his little teddy bears. It's George that's producing. He's back. Is this your first Saturday, George? It is indeed, yes. So anything can happen when it comes to, of course, Make It Saturday. Jamie's in the gallery as well, directing. We've got Matty out there on the floor, and then you've got me. And if you did see the earlier show, of course, I'm going to introduce her just in a moment or two. It is Debbie, of course, for this Make It Saturday show. Now, when it comes to this Make It Saturday show, we've got lots that goes on. We've got goodie bags we're going to have a little demo with. We've got a demo of the week we're going to be having a look at. We've got craft clinic as well. But when it comes to all of those, I cannot be doing it on my own. Now, I did, of course, allude to her just a moment ago. We are back together again for this couple of hours. It is, of course, it's Debbie.
Yay!
Hey, Debbie.
Woohoo! Yes, I know. I said, did I start at the beginning of the show? We're like, because this is usually a Friday thing, isn't it? And I'm not used to Saturdays, as you can tell, because I'm looking at it on camera. I'm not used to Saturdays at all, but I'm really excited about this one.
Yes, no, it's going to be good because I've done it once where we're going to have a look at a goodie bag. And you're going to demo, aren't you? Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yes, yeah. I have no idea what's in there.
You don't.
I can't wait to get in and have a little look.
Because it's been on my side the whole morning.
Crafting on the hoof, one of my favourite things. I absolutely love to do. Do you like that?
I do. It's pressure.
It is a little bit of pressure. I remember because the last time I did a Saturday, Craig, was the very first Make It Saturday back on the beginning of March.
So anything went that day. There was no right or wrong that day, wasn't it? We're just going with the flow.
Away with absolutely everything. I just went with the flow. Plus the boss were in, so it will literally go with the flow.
True, that is
but
true.
Yeah, so this is. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes.
And we've got a few more demos lined up as well.
We do indeed, absolutely.
Craft clinic.
Craft clinic, that's in there as well. What's the craft clinic about this week?
Alcohol pens.
Fab.
Not the swigging kind of pens with alcohol, but the colouring alcohol pen medium. So anything from a tri-blend to a classic to an illustrated to a tricolour. We're going to cover all of that, the right cardstock, the right ink pad, all the reasons why you need all of those, and ready for answering any of your questions. So please do get them in.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly as Debbie said. Any questions you've got with alcohol colouring, send them across. We've got Jan on the socials again for this show here. So you've got your details coming up just in a moment. They will go right now. So whether, of course, it is on Facebook or whether, of course, it's on Crafters Companion YouTube, anything question-wise when it comes to, of course, alcohol colouring, I'll feed them through across to Debbie in that craft clinic section. However, that does not mean that is the only point of the show that you can ask questions. If there is anything specific you want to ask while Debbie is here, then of course feed them through. If there is anything alcohol colouring related, I'll probably hang fire with those until the actual craft clinic. We've got lots going on across on the website, of course. We've got 10 for 10. That's there this weekend as well.
10 for 10?
10 for 10.
Did I miss that earlier?
So
were I listening to that?
I did say it earlier.
I probably switched off.
But you were getting ready.
You were getting ready with the craft along. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. 10 for 10 pounds.
So
$10.
yes, that's it. Yeah. Now, of course, for you guys stateside, of course, you do have, of course, your tariff tax that has been included in. But when you go across onto our website in the checkout, you're going to have all of that information just filled in for you there. So we do have 10 for 10 items, which is exactly that. 10 items for £10, dollars or euros. We've also got the links to our downloadable papers that you can print. And we do have a section that's tariff-free as well. Yes. So we've got a whole load of stuff that's plenty of items that's there tariff-free. Have a look while you're there, including something that was so incredible when it first launched. It's a Sizzler deal, and it's our stained glass acetates, Debbie. I love these. Absolutely love these.
I am so surprised to see them back.
Snap.
I'm not going to lie, because they are absolutely divine.
They are indeed. You've got them at half price there. These ones are your printed acetate stained glass effect squares, $6.49 or of course $7.49. As I alluded to a moment, you guys stateside will have, of course, your tariff in play. Just check out the detail when it comes to the website. But platinum in the UK, $5.19, and you've got 36 of these ones. Absolutely phenomenal. The look, the quality, and the value as well. Right, before we delve into, of course, our goodie bag, as I said a moment ago, we do have Jan on the social once again. Lots of you tuning in, still, so many of you still tuning in from the earlier on Craft Along. But we've got Trudy is in saying, hi everyone. Crafty Stacey Lewis saying, hey, CTV, Craig and Debbie, crafting in my craft room while watching Love Me and the Cooper Man. Well, I'm presuming then, Crafty Stacey Lou, you got all your cleaning done if you're now in your craft room. Still keep putting mine off, that's for sure. Love to Create is saying, hello Craig, Debbie, Jan, team and everyone. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Lynn is saying, hello everyone. Carolyn Wilson is saying, good morning everyone. Also, yeah, just to say as well, thank you for reminding me, George. If you want to win a £10, $10 voucher, just comment. That's it. We're going to have 2 winners over the next 2 hours. So a winner at the end of this hour, a winner at the end of the next hour. And all that you need to do to be in with the chance, of course, of winning that voucher is just comment. So simply saying afternoon, morning, it's as easy as that. Telling us what you're up to, telling us what you're crafting, telling us what you're up to tomorrow, whatever it is, just by commenting, you could be in with the chance. We've got Patterson saying, hi Craig, Debbie, the talented CTV crew, and all my lovely crafty friends. It's overcast here in New Jersey. I think the sun's starting to pop out. It was not. It was a bit overcast, a bit cloudy this morning. Sarah's in saying, hi Craig, Debbie, CCTV team, crafty friends, a good morning from Arkansas. Still say Arkansas, of course, but still get that Arkansas in there. Jay Presley on YouTube is saying hi from Philadelphia. Evelyn saying good morning from Colorado. Karen's in saying good morning from Hampton Roads, Virginia. Jeffrey Langley's in saying happy and joyous Saturday. King of the foil press, Craig, and the great lady Debbie, and the most magnificent and fabulous CTV crew. Wow, Jeffrey, that was a mouthful, but very much appreciated. And Mary's in saying, hello everyone, I just love Make It Saturday while I am watching and catching up with some knitting. Off the back of what Jeffrey did say, huge apologies for having to postpone that foil pressed not craft along, what do we call them? Craft your stash, yes. We are going to come back and we will do it very, very soon, of course. We managed to get the gremlin sorted, but yeah, we did have to postpone it, but we will come back with that craft your stash. Right, talking about craft your stash, because essentially that's what Debbie's going to be doing in a minute with all this stash in here. That is the Make It Saturday Goodie Bag. Now, you can grab hold of everything that I'm away to show you here when it comes to the details on the screen. If you're in the UK, you're going to be £28 platinum. Now, look at the platinum price, but look what it consists of. You're going to get 12 of your Spectrum Noir classic pens, alcohol base, vibrant florals, double-ended in here. What are these usually? About 20 quid? 20 quid they're usually about that, aren't they? More. Yeah, round about that 19.99. Yeah. That's in there. You're also going to be getting your layering pads here. So you've got those in there with the 4 images, 5.5 by 5.5. That's in there. You've then got your sparkle pens where you've got your gold, you've got your silver, and then you've got your black, your onyx blacks. Can I just say, pretty much that is in essence what you're paying platinum price, but you're getting everything in here. You're also going to be getting your 5 wooden blocks with the stamp and ink pad in there. You're going to be getting something, I mean, Debbie hadn't seen for quite a wee while, and that one there is our embossing folder. But what you've got is you can either use the embossing folder on its own, but you've got the die that you can stamp the sentiment onto, or you can put the sentiment onto the embossed layer, or you can use them on their own, or not at all. So many ways you can use that one folder. That's in there. Then we've got our connecting sentiment, the With Love, with the stamp as well. That's in there. We've then got our That Fall Feeling, being that frame sentiment stamp and die. That's in there. We've got Just Because, that's in there, with the matte and layer die, sentiment in there. We've got Love Letter from Sarah's signature. This Make It Saturday goodie bag is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, because we're still going where we've got Grateful and Blessed. That's 9 elements in there. You are going to be getting 8 dies, 1 sentiment stamp. That's in there. From our Unicorn collection, you're going to be getting all of that. So you're going to get 4 stamps, 1 die in there. That's phenomenal. And if you thought that was it, we're giving you even more from the Majestic Unicorn. 8 sentiment stamps. So for £28, $36, of course, you're going to have your tax on you. Check out the website, of course, when you check out. What you're going to get is these two, here. You're going to be getting that. You're going to be getting that, and that. You're going to be getting that. And that essentially, this is what you're getting for free. And in a roundabout way, that is what you're paying for. But you're getting that. Isn't that absolutely exceptional? £35 if you are not platinum, but if you are, you're going to get that whole entire lot when it comes to £28 platinum in the UK. And I'm trying to think, there's only a few items there that are like a consumable item. All the rest are either your stamps or your dies or your folders that will last a lifetime. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to toddle across to Debbie, hand this over to Debbie so that we can, say we, the royal we Debbie.
I know, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to craft with?
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure. One of my favourite songs, Under Pressure by David Bowie and
Good
Queen.
one.
Love that song. It's an absolute classic. But I bet you any money if we entered it for Eurovision, we still won't win. Just saying. Just saying. I'm totally obsessed with the
I'm going to come just to the corner here. I'm
It's
going to
all
watch
right,
your
my lovely.
photo.
I'm just having a little peek of what I can craft with. So, you're not going to believe this when I tell you, though.
What's that?
In a later demonstration, I've used this die.
Have you?
I can't believe that. That's honestly, that's crazy. And it only because I didn't want to use my traditional with love die because I knew Jamie was working today and I thought he's going to have a little hissy fit with me if I use it anymore. So I thought, right, I'll use a different with love. And lo and behold, it's in the bag.
It's in there.
I can't believe that. So I'm tempted with that, but I'm tempted with that. But I'm also tempted with the pre-cut layering because I haven't worked with them for a while. And I've seen the Celebrate.
That's one of my favourite ones.
I know. Do you know what? I think I might incorporate a bit of both because I thought that might work with that. Might. We'll see.
True.
It might work. So let me get in there because I don't think this one's been opened. Is that okay that this is not being opened and I can use them? Is that all right? That's that okay? Yeah.
We're giving them, aren't we? We have to.
Well, this is the thing, Craig, isn't it?
We can only do with what we've been given.
Exactly. So let me just separate the two. I'll do it that way around. So let's go in because I do love this. How do you layer yours up? Do you layer them with foam pads, with
Oh, Debbie,
chunky
what
glue?
a question. What a question.
Well, I thought I'd just check with you because obviously there's different ways
There
that
is
you can
indeed.
use it, isn't there?
Yes.
So I think I'll just
But yeah,
use the one.
I use foam pads.
Foam pads.
Yeah.
I might use foam pads actually. The thing is though, they look nice when they're flat.
They do.
Yeah, they look really nice when they're
yeah.
flat. So let's go in and I'll keep all these around because I might incorporate some of those. So we'll do the layering bit first and since you're here, we'll do some foam pads.
Cool, kiddo.
Actually, do you want to be layering some up for me?
I can do
With
whatever
some
you
foam
like.
pads? I'll make you work while you're here. While you stood here. Yeah, let's
Whatever you like.
Let's just make sure I don't get them out. Mind you, you can help me with layering. Let's just get in and add some foam pads onto there.
Okay, doke. Let's do that. Teamwork.
Teamwork makes... Wait a minute.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's the one. I thought
Yeah.
I was right. I thought I was right.
Let's go
I always
in.
have to... I do. I'm terrible. Do you know my sayings? I think I know the saying, but then I question myself when it's in my head. Do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because you think you're saying it wrong or you're away to say it wrong and then, yeah, you question yourself.
Trust me, I've given myself little ones and given you big ones. I mean, really.
And you just found a big stash at home, didn't you?
I did. Right, I'm just going to put... I think that's my first layer. Is that the second one?
That
Are you putting another
is-
one on there?
I'm just going to put one.
So
That's
look.
it, let's
We'll get all this ready because I think that's the second.
just put it just into
Yeah,
there.
right,
Yeah.
so that's that one. So that's right, isn't it? Is that the second layer, third layer? Have I done that the wrong way around, Craig? Let's have a little look. I think, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it there. Before we start sticking things down, we'll do it.
Let's do it.
Now then, which is the top one?
So I
the
think
pink one's the
that's
top.
the top, doesn't it?
Let's have a look. Did we mix them up? Yeah?
I think that's.
Right, so
Shall we have a look?
I'll give you that one because I'm thinking...
So it's white on the bottom.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
Then it's the pink. Then it is the peach. And then it's that one, and is that the bright pink? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's that. That's right.
So
yeah.
is that the top?
So
Have
it'll
I
be
got the top
that
one?
And then that
right,
one.
perfect, perfect.
That's right.
I was going to change it into a shaker card, but then I realised I used the last of the sequins the other day, We haven't got any more sequins in here, Craig.
Oh, have we not?
Just please be noted if you ever come to do and find them, because they've all gone.
Aye.
We all use them though, don't we? Every
We
time
do.
we do a demo, we use them, so...
I'm not on this side until Friday, so I'll be okay.
Ah!
Yeah.
Who's on then? Oh, who's this side there? Oh,
It's Debbie.
Oh, it's Deb's.
Debbie's up this
Deb's
week,
is back
yeah.
up, yes. The fish is back up.
She is back up.
It's been a while, hasn't it, since
It
our Deb
has.
grew up?
Yeah.
That'll be lovely.
It
Right,
has.
so we said that's the next layer. So if I do, I'll do it this way then. So if I get that, that's it. Just
Oh,
hope
that's
I've got
cool.
the right layers now, because
So yes,
this could go all wrong now, Craig. It could go all wrong.
Confidence. Confident for sure.
I like a bit of crafting on the hoof.
I do as well.
Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give myself a little bit of wiggle time. I love foam pads, Craig, which is why I know we have this little banter, me and you, don't we, about 3D collal glue, or chunky glue as I call it, versus foam pads. They both do the same job.
Oh, they do.
It's just that mine favourite is wet glue, which means I get that wiggle time.
You get the wiggle.
And that's my thing that I need. I need that wiggle time, because you're really good at getting it lined up straight away, and me, I get it all, I'm all higgledy-piggledy and end up with it absolutely everywhere, never lined up in the right places. Which way around?
So it
Is that the
is
next one?
that one, yep.
Yep. Perfect.
That one's next.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you're
And
really good at
then
it. I'm
that
terrible
one.
at it.
I think it's one of those things, I think it's just years of practice, because I've done that specific kind of layering
Yeah.
for so many years. But there is still times that I will put a little bit of wet glue just to give myself
Just gives it
that
that little bit.
of-
And I know Leanne's a big advocate of putting wet glue behind it as well, isn't she, for the foam pads, because it's a dry glue. And over time, especially if you keep certain things, over time, it can lose that stickiness, can't it?
It can.
Which is why
Oh, yeah,
she
it
talks
can.
about adding like tacky glue to the back of it.
That's
and tacky
it.
glue will still give you that little bit of wiggle time as well. It's not an instant thing. It
No,
does
no,
take
no.
a little while for it to dry. But yeah, so I'm just going to put them on. Thank you very much. That cut that job down.
You're
in
very
A
welcome.
lot of time there. Look at that. We're 16 minutes into the show.
You don't need to ask me twice about playing with foam pads.
Or crafting, to be fair, because I know you love your crafting as
That's,
well.
oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so that's that. I mean, you can start your scene come together. Why I was saying, if you do as a shaker card, put some acetate behind this layer, form on a roll behind the back, secure your sequins in, add another layer of acetate so it doesn't drop down into all the little nooks and crannies. Because someone asked me that, I mentioned it on Hobby Maker once, and they said to me, well, what happens with all the sequins? Don't they go inside? Well,
Right.
not if you trap them. If you trap them
Got
in,
to trap them,
got
got
to
ya.
trap them in. So it would be like a double layer of acetate over the back to trap them in, so it stops them from going around into all the other areas as well.
You could do a couple of layered shaker, couldn't you?
Yeah?
You could maybe have kind of like your iridescent sequence on that top layer and maybe
Yeah.
a coloured one underneath of that.
Yeah.
Have a bit of fun and play.
Absolutely. I like the natural shadow lifting it up, Gibbs. Do you know, with the decoupage layers? I like how it creates depth because it's natural shadow and obviously deep when you're layering those pieces up together. And I like that natural look that it gives. So we'll leave that set to dry. Now then, let's have a little measurement. So I think it'll work on a 6x6. However, if I do bring this die in, because I do like that, and I think that might work with that. Celebrate and with love. They go hand
Celebrate,
in
yeah,
hand,
with
don't
love,
they?
yeah.
Although there is some stamps in there as well. Let's have a look. Celebrating good from all of us. Oh, from me to you, like that one. So let's just have a little look. Oop.
I loved this range when it first came out.
Oh, I know. This is the, oh, look at state up. Look at this. It's a good job that you're not sending this back anywhere, isn't it? Let's get that off. This drives me mad, I'm not going to lie.
Do you know?
It's one of my pet peeves.
Do you know what my pet peeve is?
Yeah.
And I really shouldn't be saying it, but I'm going to say it. It's our circle sticky dots on our 12x12 paper pads.
Circles.
You know, in the
Oh,
corners.
yes.
When you peel them off and they're
yes,
so gunky and
sticky and
sticky,
gunky.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Now then, I think I'm going to go 8-6. What do you think? 8-6? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. So let me grab my big guillotine.
Jeanette on YouTube, I got my 10 for 10 at 5:30 a.m. this morning and saved £133.95.
Wow. Wow,
She was buzzing.
wow, wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That is.
That's so good.
Thinking maybe on black. Do you think that'd stand out more on black?
I think so, yeah, the black with the
I think I might
pink.
go with black.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a black base. So what card did I say? 8 by 6. So I'll do an 8 by 6 front. Let's see if that fits on. Yeah, that makes it pop a little
yeah,
bit,
it
doesn't
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, that makes it pop. And I'll have me with love going across the top. Yeah. So I'll keep that there, but I need
Makes
another...
it dramatic, but in a sophisticated kind of way, a celebratory sort of way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go 9 by 6. Yeah, 9 by 6, and we'll have a fold at the top. Oh, I am enjoying this bit of crafting.
It's nice, isn't it?
This
Yeah.
is what it's like for us, though, when we're
Yeah.
at home, isn't it? When we're prepping at home, when we're prepping for shows.
Well, it is,
And
yeah.
sometimes you just have to sit there and have a little play.
You just have a play.
Sometimes you'll think it's going to be all right, but you're not really happy with it, so you start it all over again, don't you?
Well, actually, it's funny you saying that, because I put that on my Instagram, I think it was last week or so. I'm trying to think, I had a bit of social filming the other day.
Yep.
And all that it was 3 little kind of treat bags that I had to make.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie, it took me, when I say that all day, it must have been about 13 and a half hours. And by the end of the day, I still wasn't happy with it. I still wasn't finished with it. I ended up redoing it the next day. And the reason I put it on my Instagram is, what's one of the questions we always get asked, or one of the things that's always been said is, I wish I could make amazing cards as quick as you guys do. We have days where we could get up in the morning and we can still be on that same project that we're trying to prep late on at night, and we're still not. I wasn't happy with the colours. I wasn't happy with the look. I wasn't happy with the dyes that I used. I wasn't happy with the concept. Just nothing flowed
like
that day. It does happen.
I do. I have days like that. It's like a writer's block, but in the form of crafting.
In crafting, yeah.
Crafting, yeah.
Yep.
Now then, let me just remember, this can cut out without the use of that, so let's just go in and feed that through. Thank you very much.
Caught
there
it.
you go. So
Saved it. Saved the day.
I'm just thinking, I feel like it needs a bit of a frame though. So I'm thinking, what size is that, did we say? 5.5 by 5.5. So I could have another frame. What would set that off? I'll think about that in a second. I'm thinking of a colour. And I might have a secondary colour under this. Let's just go in. Oops, Debbie. Tape. Oh, I'm doing it again. I talk about this all the time. Gently pull towards you, gently pull towards you, gently pull towards you. And I even detacked it, Craig.
Did you?
I even detacked it, and I still, look at, honestly.
Get that
right.
cut.
The cut's lovely. It's a lovely big die. Like I said, I've used this in my watercolour demo for later.
It was meant.
It must have been,
It was
honestly, meant to be. Right, so...
It must have had a premonition.
Premonition, definitely. Pop that on there.
Yeah, don't go there, George.
What was that? What was that?
He says, where, what, Final Destination?
Oh, I want to go and see it. I want to go and see it.
Oh, it's
but I
good.
thought it was just tied in with the first one, but then I saw your Insta story and then I realised it's not just tied in with the first one.
No.
It's tied in with all of them.
All that I say is, technically, I agree, you don't have to have watched the other 5 to understand this one.
Okay.
However, if you want your mind blown, for all of the kind of little Easter eggs that are dropped all throughout that refer back to all 5 of them, boom, mind blown.
Really?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I am going to go. Do you think I'd be all right doing on my own?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. I do jump a lot.
You do?
It's like jump scare. I'm terrible for things like that. I get really quite jumpy. So, do you think I'd be all right?
So I think the only parts you will jump at are those scenes where something not nice happens.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
It's not a jumpy film all the way throughout. You know, where you think something's the way to happen, but it doesn't. So it's not like that. It's just a really well explained, thought out story that you can absolutely use it or watch it on its own. But I would say your mind, if you've watched all other 5 of them, your mind's going to be blown.
Yeah. So I think I might just enjoy that.
I'm
trying to find a nice colour cardstock to go in the background.
Yeah,
What's colour the predominant one there?
I would say your pinky tones. There's a bit of peach.
Every time I come to a pad, there's no pink.
There's no pink in
right,
it.
hang fire. You keep talking, Craig. You keep talking while I'm having a little look.
Let's do some do some comments then coming through. We have got, I'm going to start at the bottom, work up. Crafty Stacey Lucy, got to say, Debbie, thanks for the glue school the other day. It helped so much. No more card bowing. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Mistress Deo say, I can't colour while I watch, so best get the knitting out. I understand that. Jen Shank, good morning, Debbie, Craig, CCTV team, and my crafty friends. We've got Stephanie Theodos saying, good morning, Craig, Debbie, CCTV, and my friends from a sunny, warm New Jersey. We've got Crafty Stacey Lou's also saying, I got some cleaning done, Craig, but I have priorities, and that's watching CTV. And even more with you and Debbie. I know, got to get the priorities right, don't we?
Let's try a
Jeanette
pattern paper,
saying,
I might get better luck.
good afternoon all. That's a lovely one.
I know, I'm just like, there's no... seriously, big craft room like this. Let's have a look, because there might be a nice pink... That's nice, isn't it?
That is nice.
That's nice as well. And then the rest of blue. Bit too heavy, that one, I think. I think I'll go with the subtle one.
I like the top one, yeah.
I think I'll go with the subtle one. Oop, there we go.
Stuck.
Thank you. Right, do you know I've got this, I've only just started crafting and I've got absolutely everything everywhere. Right, let's go in with 5 3/4 by 7 3/4, because it was an 8, weren't it? So I'll have that put underneath to make the love pop. Yep,
love it.
That'll do.
No pun intended. So obviously we mentioned their final destination. What about changing the subject completely? Are you caught up with Coronation Street?
Yes.
Did you see it last night?
I did. I'm up to date.
Talk about mind-blowing.
I know.
No spoilers, don't worry.
I know. We won't spoil anything for anybody, but yes. Yeah, I love it. Coronation Street.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up with EastEnders yet, and I'm not caught up. I'm about 2 months behind the Emmerdale.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've let it slip. I've let it slip. But I am working from home a lot next week, so I think I should be able to catch up by next week. And
Yeah, do you think
Hollyoaks,
so?
I don't think I've watched since the beginning of the year, so
No.
I'm way behind. Way
No, well,
behind.
I'm well up to date with Coronation Street and Neighbours.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Now then, are you a bit sad?
Don't.
Oops. Dare I ask? Dare I ask? Because it's finishing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think they finish.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
They wrap up. I think it's about July.
Yeah.
And then the Neighbours continues till December. And unless another channel picks them up again, which I don't think is going to happen,
Oh, bless you.
that will be the end of Neighbours.
The end of Neighbours. That can't.
No, it can't
be a thing.
It's so
Can't
good.
be a
And
thing.
if you go onto Amazon, certainly in the UK, if you go into Amazon Monday to Friday, even sometimes in Monday to Thursday, even into Friday, Saturday, it's always number one. It's always
bizarre.
number one.
Surely, won't Amazon be able to do something about
Well,
that?
see,
or-
they said the reason they brought Neighbours on is because one of the high demand, but also they were looking to venture down the route of soaps, and they just feel that it's not actually something they want to do. So, yeah, I know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
They've been rescued once. They could be rescued
Hopefully.
again. Wait a minute. Don't Home and Away still go? Is that still going?
Home and Away's still going. I don't watch that though.
Oh.
I used to years and years and years ago, but yeah, don't
Can't
watch
remember
that now.
last time. I think Marilyn were in it.
She's still in it apparently.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Because she came to Emmerdale for a brief stint.
That's right, yeah,
Look at me with
yeah.
all the soap facts, eh? Look at all of us. Now then, do you think that sets that apart?
I think
Do you
that
think that'll-
works
Do you think
perfectly.
that'll work lovely? So we're going to go on and add that. Now then, I will have to use a bit of glue.
I think that works so well.
Well, it's all about playing, isn't it? It's all about having
That's
a little
exactly
play.
it.
So let me just get my
With love and
position
celebrate.
into the centre. And I probably would add a few other things like some gems. Although I know they're not in there, but just to give it a little bit of a sparkle.
Got to have some,
And
don't
it's
you?
got to be my favourite gems of all time. Maybe. Can't say the word, so I'll just say it
Can
like
you
that.
not? Aurora
No.
Borealis.
Thank you. I can't do it. It's such a clever word, and it's just a great word, but I just can't say it, Craig. I say it again.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora.
Aurora
Aurora.
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
That's it.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I actually did it. So, shall we have a nice big one in the corner?
Loving how this is coming together.
I just love, do you know what I'm like with my little diamantes? I love anything sparkly. I should
You're like
really
a
be
magpie.
a magpie. Exactly. Should be a magpie. Let's just flip.
Do you salute a magpie if you ever see one?
No.
No.
My friends are more like that. Like I walk under ladders and they gasp.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? We make our own look in life. I don't believe in any of this, you know, chucking salt over your shoulders, new shoes on a table and all this other stuff that, well, as my nana used to call it, old wives' tales, weren't it? That's what she used to say. So, but I'm not a believer in any of that. Are you?
Well, no, because I don't want to be morbid here, but I do think if your time's up, your time's up. So, if I need to walk under, if I want to walk under a ladder, I'm just going to walk under a ladder if I need to. But my, like, going back years and years, my, like, ex years ago, she used to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. She was always, what do you call it? Not suspicious. Always...
Superstitious.
Superstitious.
Cautious and superstitious.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
We've just made that with 2 of the items out of the goodie bag, using the gorgeous layering. I've just added a few gems and finally found a pink paper. But yeah, to go inside to make the sentiment pop. But yeah, use things together. Have a little play. And that goodie bag has got so much. This is just a couple of the items in there.
That's it.
It's a cracking goodie bag, that. So yeah, there you go. Crafting on the hoof in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. And Debbie didn't know what was in that bag, so that's the sort of thing that you could be playing with, have fun, get it all out, and you could be doing that and so much more by grabbing hold of that Make It Saturday goodie bag. £28 platinum here in the UK. It's $36, of course, taking into account you guys stateside are going to have your tax tariff. Just check out the website, that'll then all be calculated for you. But then, of course, you will get your Club Inspire as well. Right, Tio, we'll have a little bit of a tidy up, and we'll be back just in a couple of minutes to carry on with Make It Saturday.
Hi everyone, it's the Crafting Divas again, and today we have a song of why we love Crafters TV. Stamps, dies, and paper pads as far as you can see. Cutting, gluing, and embossing, all on Crafters TV. Yay!
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. We might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll 50 towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses. So I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Jackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mapleton, San Jose, Enumclaw, Great Bend, Detroit, Peniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. Over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Parachute, Paradise, Pollocksville, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacon, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwood, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Tampa Hills and Bentley, Campbell, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Ellsworth, Port, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Method, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homosassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fentanyl. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Grafton, Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Fareham, Rhinewood, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's and Cloud City, Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Ramble City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Sawbrook and Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Lafayette, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Clover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We craft in Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We craft in Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Manningham, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I need a pipe and slippers and I'm away to read a story or something like that. It's like, come out really quite, oh, there's, I'm trying to think the old Scottish comedian, anyway, New Year, he used to sit, if anyone can remember his name, he used to sit, it was like Hogmanay, and he would start drinking, he would tell stories, and then he progressively just get drunker and drunker and drunker. Yeah, that was it. Not that I condone that much drinking, but just to say, just before we crack on, of course, with the craft clinic, if there is any questions that you've got, you can still send them through, all about alcohol colouring. We're going to start off with Debbie in a moment or two. But what you can also do as well is be in with the chance of winning a £10, $10 voucher to be spending on our website. And what you need to do, and it's really, really hard and difficult, so listen carefully. Listen carefully, friends. Just comment. That is it. So saying hi, asking a question, chatting away with Jan, anything like that, you're commenting, so you're going to be in with a chance of winning a £10, $10 or €10 voucher. So we will say the first winner towards the end of this first show, and then we'll say another winner at the end of the next hour's show. So you've still got plenty of opportunities. But when it comes to, of course, your Make It Saturday, the craft clinic, this one is all about alcohol colouring, alcohol pens. Of course, you know we are synonymous when it comes to our colouring, certainly off the back of Leanne and Spectrum Noir. But I know there's still always questions, whether it's recap questions that have been asked before, or even if it's just brand new ones. This is always a great opportunity to ask. People are always joining and learning every single day. So Debbie, when it comes to alcohol colouring, can you explain them, explain the pens, explain what is alcohol colouring?
Yeah, and I've got the majority of what we do, just a single pen system here, literally lined up for you to talk about the different alcohol mediums that we do. So we'll start off with the classic, which is where it all started. It's changed over the years. When it first started, this was more of a rounder barrel. But over the years, it's now developed into this ergonomically shaped barrel, which means it's more comfortable in anyone's hand with any dexterity problems. Now, the Classic is a dual-tipped marker, and it is down to the difference in the nibs between the Classic to an Illustrator. So our alcohol marker, as you can see, we've got this fine nib on one end and then a chisel nib on the other. The chisel means that you are going to be able to literally pop a lot more colour down in a short space of time because of the size of the nib that you've got. Whereas you've got a smaller nib, and it literally is the difference between the two. So you can see straight off those difference in those nibs. Now this colour that I've got, and each an individual alcohol marker has its own name. So this one is Ruby, and it has a code, and the code for this one is DR4, which means it comes from the dark red family, and this is the shade number 4. Now in a Classic, it goes up to, I think it's 216 pens, I want to say. Roughly around there. Figure-wise, I sometimes forget the figures, but in terms of the family of the red, the lowest lighter shade starts off at a dark, so a DR1, and it'll have its own name, but it'll be from that same red family. And then it goes right up to, and some of them can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some are shorter, depending on the colour family. Red, of course, red, so many different, like, reams of red when you look at it, but it's the same colour family. However, the difference between the classics to those different shades is down to the alcohol content. So it's the same ink, it starts off as the same ink, it's just that the lightest will have more alcohol in to what the darkest shade would be. You can still, because they're light and transparent, you can still lay down and build up your shades of colour. So if I was to go back over where you've just seen me going with the chisel, if I literally drop down more colour, you can see that you can build up and you can get a difference between the two. That's the nature of that pen, okay? So that's the Classic. Now the Illustrator, it's exactly the same shape, same barrel, different colour. Now the reason it's a different colour, even though it's the same colour-wise, so ruby, DR4, but the difference now is, from what you've just seen me here, is the nibs. And this is where you've got a more finer nib. It's even finer than that one. So it's a really ultra fine one, but what sets these apart, and which is why we call it a premium pen, it's like moving up another notch. Same ink in there, same the same shade and everything, but it's down to this, and this nib here is what sets this apart and what literally sets the price apart, because it's a Japanese brush nib.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Which means, again, lots of different techniques, but you've got a brush control now. So again, when you're putting your, like literally, if I just show you a very quick demonstration of there, you again can build up colour, but you've got more of a brush nib, so a little bit more flexible than what you would get with a chisel nib, because of that bendable brush nib. The next one down in the pens that we talked about, and I've brought these in deliberately, again in the colourway, it's still an alcohol marker, but now we're moving into the world of tri-blends, where I've just talked about all these having a different shade. So each individual pen, it's just one colour in there. This has got 3 colourways of that red family, and I've purposely picked the dark red up again, but this time I've got the shade of 1, 3 and 4 in there. And when I take that out, you can see why we call this a tri-blend brush pen, still an alcohol marker, still the same proprietary ink in there. But what you've got is, instead of you having to work out or get 3 pens to this shade, like your shade 4, your shade 3 and shade 1, you've got it all in one pen to be able to create that transition of your light to your medium to the dark. So when you're doing so I'm not having to now work at how that shading goes together. It gives you blending seamlessly and effortlessly as well when you use it. And as you see the alcohol dry out, you'll see that smooth out. So there's no lines, there's no line work or anything like that, like you would get with like a felt tip pen, that and so to speak. Now that's your tri-blend. So again, it's the same kind of proprietary ink in there, but you've just got your 3 different colours. Me personally, if I was going for anything, would be my tri-blends, because I don't have to work out all of that, and I don't have to go to that extreme of 216 pens to grab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there for you if you want it, and I honestly, I have got them. I know Craig has, I know Debs has, and it's not because we're greedy. It's because I love colouring.
Yeah.
We love colouring.
And
now,
sorry, Debbie, just while you're saying that, Colleen Cowell on Facebook saying, Debbie and Craig, what is your most go-to markers and pens do you use?
Yeah.
And it's just with you answering that one just
I
there.
am a tri-blend
I'm the same.
pen. And I say tri-blend, but I am a tri-blend convert between the two, because this is a brush pen. So what you've just seen, it's literally, if you think about it, your tri-blend and your tri-blend brush are literally these 2 pens combined. So that's your brush nib, this one. That one is your fine tip, is basically what that is, but just in your 3 colours again.
Yeah.
Now the difference with your dark, and again, this is a tri-blend brush, but this has got your shade 1 in, your 3 in and your 4. This has got the 1 and the 4 again, but on the brush nib, but it's also got a darker one. So it means you can go into a deeper colour. So from there on, and just so I can lay that down so you can see, you've jumped up a few shades. So difference again though, what you can see straight away is that Japanese brush nib. And again, absolutely beautiful, a beautiful brush nib that allows you to get into all the nooks and crannies, to do all of that feathering technique that you can do with hair, with fur, with all those kind of things, with grass and so much more. But again, a beautiful lay down of colour, and it means that when it comes to like your shades, when you're blending, you blend effortlessly, absolutely. Now, there's one more in the family of alcohol markers. And it is a tri-blend again, but it's not a tri-blend, it's a tri-colour. And a tri-colour is 3 colours that have been configured by Leanne and the team that work together really lovely. So they're different colour families. Now again, each pen has the ergonomically shaped barrel, which means again it doesn't roll. So when you've got them on your counter, they don't roll anywhere. Perfect for you sat outside in the colouring in the garden, Craig, eh?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. But this now has 3 different colours across 3 different families of colour. So deep pink has got the PV4, cranberry is from the bright pink family, BP7, and magenta is from the magenta family, MG5. But these colours can be blended together as well and complement each other. And again, you've got that Japanese brush nib, but oh my God, these are, I mean, talk about a game changer, Craig. I don't know how you felt about them, but they are absolutely stunning and they work beautiful together. They complement each other. So, and I think now then, is there 24 in this range?
24, yes.
Yes,
yeah.
24. I thought it was, yeah. I was just trying to work it out.
No, 18.
18? Is it 18?
24 of the tri-blends and 18 of the
Thank you.
tri-colours.
Yes, thank you. I knew I do. There is an extended family
That's
as well.
right, yeah.
There's the extended family of extends, which means that it's extending on the colours in terms of shades. What I've just explained about the light, the medium and the dark. But they are all of your alcohol colours explained. There is other things that you have to take into account. And I'm going to show you why. And I did this the last time I did a show with colours. Now, I've actually put it on there so you can see all 3 of the colour cardstock. I've got stamping card, which is basically our multi-purpose, all-purpose cardstock. Is that what we call it these days?
Yeah,
What we call it?
I think we just call it cardstock
yeah,
now,
white
yeah.
card. I've got alcohol card, which we used to do Nina cardstock. We now have our own.
That's right.
We have our own alcohol card. So that now is, and you can see because I've written it on there. And then watercolour card. And the reason I do this is to show you about getting your premium results when it comes to using your alcohol pens. So I'm going to take my Classic and I'm just going to do the same thing for, excuse me. I'll start down there. Just going to pop a dot in each one. Okay, so if I just literally pop down so that you can see, and there is a visible difference, and I know Jamie's going to come in closer to show you that difference between the 3. Now, when you are using I'll just bring it down there so you can see it. Can you see the difference? It's like the tiniest of dots to the medium-sized dot to the big dot. And that's because of the cardstock. Now, a cardstock with watercolour cardstock is meant for watercolour mediums. This is not a watercolour medium. This is an alcohol medium, okay? And it means it's more porous for that water to expand into, that medium to expand into it. So obviously, when you use an alcohol marker onto it, that expands into it as well because it's a bigger tooth. When you're using stamping card, I don't think it's too much of a difference. You can use alcohol markers onto stamping card as well, which is why we call it a multi-purpose one.
Yeah.
But when it comes to alcohol colour, it means that you are not using, because that's the difference here. If it soaks up more, what's it doing? It's using more of the pen.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you're using more of the pen, you're using more of the ink, you're going to run out faster. So premium results and the premium use of your marker, use the correct cardstock, and that is the correct cardstock, because that does not soak up all of that precious ink that you've got in there, because there is so much ink in there that'll last you for, it depends on how long you're going to be using your pens. So out, and you'll know with certain colours, and Craig's probably going to agree with me, red was one of the first colours I had to replace.
Snap.
Fair skin was another one, and a few of my browns as well, and ice grey, because I use that a lot. And they're the colours that I've had to replace the most, because they're the ones that I use the most. But if you use the right cardstock, you get the longevity, so you'll get more out of there. And that's a really important one. And I think that always shows you a great example of having the right cardstock. And I think to see, it's for me, I'm a visual learner. And if I see something visual, I know that I get that. I know that I get, if I use alcohol card, it's not going to waste all my ink. I mean, I'm going to get the most out of my ink, most out of my pen. For me, that means I'm not having to buy as many pens. So that's a good reason. And there is another reason we talk about these. Because if you are not using the correct ink pad for your alcohol marker, you are going to come unstuck pretty quick. And this is a waterproof dye ink, which is meant for all of our watercolour mediums like aqua colours, aqua tints, all sorts of different sparkle pens, anything that's water-based, you need to use that. You do not use that with an alcohol marker.
Okay.
And I think I might do a very quick example of why, while I've got one. Let's see if I can get that stuck on there. I've pinched it out of, I'm going to call it Matty's box because Matty's in charge today. Do you know, I thought he was a work experience boy.
Did you?
I had no idea. Nobody introduced me, so Liam introduced us that. He told me then, because I was like, oh, I thought he was someone on work experience. Silly old me. Look at the state of it's my non-sticky stamp. I think I might be all right. I might get away with it, but I'll just hold it down. It's just an example as why. Oh, well, it'll do, Debbie, it'll do. It's flopped off, but hey ho, girl, it'll work, it'll work. So this is a waterproof ink pad. And when you then take your, shall I use the chisel? When you go over with your chisel nib, you get a smear, it starts to smear because you're not using the right ink pad with the right, and it's almost like fading it as well. So make sure that you are using the correct ink pad, and the clue is on there. Alcohol proof dye, non-smear with alcohol ink, which means you won't get any bleeding. You can see, can you see how it's fading? If you got in close, you'd be able to see it much better, which is why you would not use, in fact, thank you, Jamie. I'll just pop that there. Can you see it's like stripped away the ink? It's not the right ink pad. You will, and then you'll probably think it's me colouring or it's me rubbish ink, me pens, and that's what you think automatically.
You do.
What you're not thinking is ink pads are there for a reason. She simplifies it. Our lovely Leanne simplified it by sticking a picture on the front so that you can actually see which one you need to use for which one. And that's why you always use, because you wouldn't get that. You would not get that by simply stamping that with that stamp. And then the other thing as well, which is almost everybody asks me, I hate that mess on the other side. Any good quality alcohol marker will get that result. It will get that result. There's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around it. If it's not doing it, it ain't a good pen. I'm just gonna put it out there. It is not a good pen. So with that in mind as well, when you are colouring, especially if you're colouring onto a surface like a glass mat can pool. When it goes through the cardstock, it can pool and bounce back up into that cardstock and cause a bleed. So have a bit of blotting paper. So if you were to colour, like if I was to colour that butterfly in now, just make sure you've got a spare piece of cardstock underneath to stop that from happening. Can you see that? That looks awful. I'm so glad I'm able to show you, because that looks dreadful now. That looks like I've faded it, but it's because of the fact that it's not the right ink that goes on there. So that's basically a little one-on-one, little 101 about your alcohol pens, about the right cardstock and about the right ink pad for anything colour medium wise. And there are lots of things that you can do with it. I love colouring. I just adore colouring. It's such a mindful craft. And there's lots of things that you can do. I know I did, in fact, I might do it actually, where you can blend a couple of colours from different pens together. I don't know if you've seen me do that before, but I can show you that one as well. Unless there's any questions, Craig.
So we do have a couple here. We've got Trudy, so I'm just going to read them out as they've come through. So Trudy is saying, is the alcohol content the same in each pen of the same colour? So,
yes. Yeah, if it's the shade, yes. So do you mean, so for example, are you meaning like in these two pens, which are the same pen?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's the same proprietary ink. It's the same colour ink that's in there, because as we've talked about, you've got your DR4 ruby colour in there. The difference with these two pens are the brush nib and the fine it's the nibs. It's the difference in the nibs. You've got a chisel nib in this one and a bullet point, or a fine nib, and then on this one you've got an ultra fine nib, and the bit that gives it away and the bit that sets it apart is the Japanese brush nib.
Awesome.
And that's what's the difference between there. It's the same alcohol content, the same ink in there. They're still alcohol pens. It's just the fact is the nib that's on the pens. That's all the difference.
Awesome. And then also, last one for now, Marie is saying, which actually might go in with what Debbie said a moment ago that she might try and show you. She's saying, if I don't have tri-blends, can I blend the other alcohol markers together?
Yes, you can. You can. Now, saying that, if it's a different colour family, which is why I think why these came about, because of that with the tricolour, which means you've got like 3 different colours in there, but they complement each other. So if I just bring back in, can you see how those complements that shade? You can still do this with separate pens, and I'll just go and grab a couple of pens just for a second, just to show you what I mean.
Yeah, be good to see.
Right, let me grab a...
Just to say, I do have the name of the first winner, which we will announce just shortly when we go across here. So don't worry, you've still got the opportunity to win £10 voucher, $10 voucher for in the second hour.
So I've got 2 different colours here, Craig. I've got a purple and begonia. Is that how you say begonia? BP3, PL3, 2 different colour families, and you can colour with these as well. Now I know this isn't the right ink pad, but just to show you what I mean by that is that you can. Another lovely thing as well when you're using your classics, can you see this barrel? There's a grey barrel on there but nothing on there, just so that you know that that's the fine tip. So if you're picking it up and you don't know, look for the grey barrel and you know you're not gonna come unstuck. Oh, I couldn't have gone brighter if I tried. Right, you're probably looking at those 2 colours now thinking, oh, no way are they going to do anything together. And of course, if I did go over the top, what's it going to do? It's going to strip out, because this has got a shade 3. This is oh, actually, they're both shade 3s, but this is the lighter of them. And so can you see you get a little bit of a not so great blend? No. And it is, I mean, it's not, is it? It's not, but let's not make no bones about it. It's not a fantastic blend. The way around it that you can do is you can blend the 2 colours together. So if I just take off the chisel end, I've got the colour pink here and the purple, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pop it onto the top of the pen. And you're probably thinking, oh, my life, you've cross-laminated your 2 colours. What are you doing, Debbie? But what I'm doing is I'm going to blend the 2 colours together. So you can literally take your pen, and that doesn't, like, alter anything there. It's just by adding, and I'm going to just come in and pop a little bit here. And then do that again, but then I'm going to blend between the 2. Okay. So I'm going to take that in. This was one that our lovely, remember our gorgeous Fiona?
Yeah, Fiona.
Our Fiona, what Fiona taught me. So can you see there, that colour of the 2 different purples and then the lighter pink? But you can take that pen and you can do this, and it does not destroy the nib, it does not destroy the colour, but it gives you, and I've done it before with a butterfly stamp, and I'll just put quite a bit down now. I did it with my shade of the colouring out of the, you know, that gorgeous artist kit?
Yes.
And can you see now? I can shade between the colours and create a bit of a better blend. So you absolutely can do that, but you'll get, because look, that one there, that's just too stripy. It's too stripy, whereas I'm getting a little bit better of a blend. And you can always go back over while it's wet, because that's another thing. While it's wet, you can add in depth, and you can see it start to go into that ombre of effects and then down into the pink again. And what I haven't done is I haven't ruined anything. I haven't ruined that nib. I haven't ruined that nib. I haven't ruined that one. It still comes out in its colour, because it will eventually come off there when you've done this transition. So absolutely, you can have a play around with your colours and create lots of techniques that you can do. I love alcohol. I used to be really scared of it, Craig. Used to be really scared of it. But as I've done it more and more over the years, and having the right tools as well is always a good one, where you can achieve lots of different looks. So it's about having the right pens, it's about having the right paper, it's about having the right ink pad to stamp with, and then just enjoy the colouring process.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Debbie. I think many of you, just like Trudy, are going to be doing what Trudy's doing, and that is I have saved this show to my very ever-grown playlist. Very informative. Thank you all for the valuable education, Debbie. It's what we're here for when it comes to, of course, Make It Saturdays. We'll have another one next Saturday. It's myself and Lily again. So we will let you know at the start of Craft Along next Saturday what, of course, that craft clinic is going to be. Might actually give you a little heads up beforehand. I'll see Lily during the week and see if we've got any ideas yet. But yeah, I've got another craft clinic coming next Saturday, so thank you so much. Jeanette is saying, oh, if anyone is thinking of getting the Watercolour Waves pads, I can say they are more pretty in person. Proper stunning. I concur with you on that one, Jeanette. And Maria is saying, thank you so much, Debbie. What a brilliant explanation. That was so helpful. Really was. Certainly for me, the 3 little dots on the 3 cardstock. That blew my mind. Never seen that before. So yeah, if you see Craig doing that on a future show, you know where he got it from. You know where he got it from. As I was saying at the start of the show, of course, you've had 2 opportunities within this show here, this hour and next hour, to win a £10 $10 voucher. Wait to announce the name of the winner within this show. You've still got another chance to be in with a chance of receiving a £10 $10 €10 voucher to spend on our website. All that you've now got to do from now towards the end of the next hour is just comment, say hi, tell us what you're up to, tell us what you're crafting, ask a question, whatever it is. You could be in with a chance of winning that last voucher at the end of this hour. Now we're bang on 3 o'clock. So the winner of this first hour is Marie Short on YouTube. Congratulations, Marie. Well done. What I need you to do is just email ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk and just send in your name and just say, of course, that you were the winner of the voucher within, of course, Make It Saturday, and the guys will get that sorted for you. But yeah, we are bang on 3 o'clock here in the UK. You've still got 1 live hour with myself, Debbie, Matty outside, George, and of course, Jamie. So if you want to be in with the chance of winning that second voucher, then just keep commenting. Now, something I am not surprised that is so busy, and that is our stained glass window acetate. So this is the full pack of the squares. Now, you're going to get 36 of these. I'm going to tell you right now, every single one has a protective backing. Not only has it got a protective backing, it's also got tissue paper covering each layer to protect them. That's how incredible that they are. You're going to get these for £6.49, of course, in the UK. If you're platinum in the UK, you're going to be £5.19 for all 36. Platinum price £5.99 for you guys stateside. Of course, you're going to have your tax tariff. Just check out when it comes to our website. All the details are going to be there for you to follow. So that is your 36 squares of your acetate stained glass windows. Right, we're going to have a look at Magical Day. Now, Magical Day does consist of a little bit of Christmas. However, you'll be able to turn that around and use it for maybe Father's Day in June, which is probably going to be the 22nd of June, because it's usually round about mine and Debbie's birthday, Debbie Fisher.
I think it's the week before.
Is it a week before?
I think it's the week before. I'm sure it's the week before.
Okay.
I might be wrong. Somebody find out for us, because I don't want to miss this one or mess this up.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was the week before.
Right. Possibly. It's
always around my daughter's birthday as well. She's not 16th of June, so it's somewhere around there.
Exactly.
Last year it actually fell on her birthday.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because if mine and Debbie Fisher, the 21st of June, if that lands on the Sunday around the 21st of June, it's usually
Where are
then.
you on the 21st of June?
15th of June it is, yes.
It is, yeah.
Thank you, Jan. I just maybe across the pond, stateside.
I can't believe it. How long are you going for?
In total, it's pretty much in total 5 days.
Oh, wow.
5 days, yep. So,
You've got a lot to cram in those 5 days.
A lot, yeah, but we are cramming in a lot. We've got a lot planned. Really looking forward to it. Of course, I was lucky enough to be there 10 years ago for my 30th.
And you're there for your 40th? That's
and I'm there for my 40th.
Lovely.
I think it's just worked out well because I was there for my 30th. We had booked to go back 5 years ago, which we had to cancel because of COVID, of course.
Yes.
So it kind of actually works out nice that it's now
Another
10
milestone.
years. Well, basically 10 years to the days that
wow.
Mum is there. So there's myself and my mum. We've got a picture on the Brooklyn Bridge, and Mum wants to recreate that. Because I remember exactly where on the Brooklyn Bridge
that would be fabulous. What a lovely idea.
So yes, we're going to be doing that one. So yeah, lots planned. So it's come round quick anyway. But just the last couple of months, it's flown, and it's now saying, obviously, I go next month. It's crazy to think how fast it is. Do you know what? I even keep forgetting that I'm 40 when I'm there. I just keep thinking about New York. That's all I keep thinking about. So it's going to be good. Lots planned, yes. No doubt there'll be lots of pictures as well on social. But talking about magical days, certainly going to have a magical day when I'm there, that's for sure. This is your stamp, die and stencil set. You've got 60% saving here, £5. Now, when it comes to, of course, what you're going to be getting, it's all of this. Now, you could be making your unicorn, or of course you could be making your reindeer. You could easily turn the reindeer into a deer just by keeping off the actual Santa's hat. So it could be good for your mail cards. As we were saying, 15th of June for Father's Day. So you've got that top fold aspect, but you've got all the additional component dies and the stamps to decorate. You've even got that stencil for you to be inking. You can add the eyelashes on. You could be doing the rosy cheeks there with the little squares or the circles or the stars. You're getting all of that for £5, £4 platinum. £4 platinum. £4, of course, for you guys stateside. Of course, you will have your tax on that as well. As I keep saying, just check out the website. But you're going to be getting all of that for £4, which is exceptional. Then we're also going to be going in with the stash and stacks. So you're going to be getting a couple of these. Now, you don't get the contents. This is just giving you a little indication as to what you could be storing in these. So it's a 4-pack. So, George, is that 2 of this one and 2 of this one? Rightio, awesome. So you've got your stash and store 4-pack collection. That is easy to organise, yes. So you're going to get 2 of these ones. They do come flat pack, really easy to assemble here, incredibly strong and sturdy. So you can pop in there whatever you want. Doesn't have to be within the craft room, of course. It could be anywhere. It could be in the kitchen, the he shed, the she shed. It could be in the kids' playroom, little girls' room, and maybe their makeup or their kind of.
You know, they were made for fat quarters as well, perfectly sized for fat quarters.
Does it?
Yeah, they were initially made for them.
Right.
Fat quarters, but obviously us being canny crafters, well, they'll come very useful. And you know that they also link together, Craig.
No,
so
I did not know that.
Can you see the little holes?
I can
and then
actually.
the little tabs.
So
they link in, yeah. So they link together. So you could technically extend that and have a few joined together.
Make a choo-choo train.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do a choo-choo train. So here we go. This is what you get. So the ones that I'm just showing you, that's what's on the top ones just here. And then I'll show you the other one as well, which is on the bottom there. So yeah, perfectly sized, as Debbie was saying, for your fat quarters. Of course, you can pop whatever you like. So you are going to get 2 of those. But what you're also then going to be getting is 2 of these ones as well. So these are your shallower trays. Actually, they'd be good in the kitchen drawer as well.
Yeah, they were made, and these ones were made for ribbing. Ribbing, yeah. But you know what? Do you know what they're brilliant for us, Craig? Tape pens.
Tape pens.
Tape pens sit in mine at the side of my desk, so
Great
I know
idea.
that they never run out.
That, and if you've got the refill ones as well,
Exactly,
then it could be your glitter pots, whatever it is that you're going to be able to then store in there. Or, you know, even maybe if you're just doing your watercolouring and you're not finished with the paintbrush, but you don't want to clean it, you don't want to dry it, just sit it in.
Love that.
And then, of course, it's wipe clean, of course.
Yep.
So you've got that. Also flat pack, really easy to assemble. You've got 2 of them as well. So that's 2 of them. 2 of them that you're going to be getting, 4 altogether, £16 platinum in the UK. And of course, you guys have got your details stateside on the screen and on the website. So that is your easy to organise. Then we are going to go into our liquid watercolours. Oh my word, when I say I have fun with these, I have fun. Because we have got this little set. Well, I say little set. Not a little set, that is for sure. What we've got is all of our liquid watercolour. So we've got 6 in each pack, so that's giving you 12 in total. It says a 3-piece showstopper because you're also going to get your little tool accessory set in there. You've got your 2 little tubs, you've got a pipette, although you will see with Debbie in a moment, they've all got their own pipette. And then you've also got your water spirits. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'll let Debbie do that as she's doing her demonstration. But what you have got is 12 of the most vivid, strong watercolours that you can colour, paint, you can do all your different backgrounds if you want to, you can do all your different techniques if you want to as well. Think of them as an aqua pen, but without the nib.
Yeah.
And it's just pure ink
Yeah.
in a pot. Best way to think about it. So that's exactly what you're going to be getting within that full set. They are £42 for you guys here in the UK Platinum, £33.60. And if you are stateside, you would be, of course, $44 with, of course, your tariffs across on the website. As I said, Deb, well, that was just a smidge of an idea of what you can do with these. They're so fun and versatile, aren't
I'll
they?
be totally honest, when I first got these, I was like, I don't know what to do with them, because do I paint with them? Do I stamp with them? And this is what I was thinking about today. I'm thinking, oh, I could stamp with them and get some drawing out effects with it. Loads of things. Shaving foam were another one of my things that I was going to do, but get so messy with it. I thought, no, and I've just had my nails done, and I'm like, but then I'm looking down and thinking, you've got ink everywhere, girl, what are you like? So that went out the window. But I'm actually just going to create a background with it, Craig, and I'm just going to have a little play with a couple of the colours to create a background, because I did say that out of the bag, I actually have this die at home, and I have just snipped into it. So I want something to sit behind it, and sometimes you don't, paper's fine, but have a play, and I promise you, every single time you create a background with this, you will never, ever get two pieces the same. They'll not. You will not get the same. You will not get the same results. Every single time will be different. So there's lots of ways that you can do it. I've got watercolour cardstock here in front of me. I have got my water spritzer, and I could literally just drop down right now a little bit of water onto there. Or I could take my pipette and I could drop little bits of water onto there as well, and just have a few little splashes going around, okay? I'm going to then bring in a couple of the colours. Now these bottles have got a pipette already in them. So if I just bring that over, you can see the pipette, and literally just drop, and you need the teeniest amount. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to drop it into the water bubbles.
Love it.
And I know that what I created yesterday, I'm not going to create today.
Well, that's the thing. If you like symmetry, formation, something that's exact, you're not going to like these.
No.
Because you're never going to get that.
You're never going to. You can, of course, move them as well. So add a spritz, you've got a spritzer in there. So if you spritz it, it kind of just explodes out into the tooth of that cardstock.
Oh,
so,
this is reminding me from a scene of Final Destination.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Well.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look, this just is literally just beautiful.
That is beautiful.
You can force dry it. You can take, and in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop another colour. This blue is beautiful. Sorry, I get lost in my own
No,
little
that's
world
okay.
here.
You carry on, I'm just watching.
There we go. Just pop that down, and again, take your spritzer and have a little. Ooh. 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 Do you know what else I've got? Got a little straw here.
Look at that.
So I'm blowing off the excess. I know I've got a bit muddled up here, but it don't matter. Because look, I've created a beautiful purple in there.
Have you ever seen pictures of like art galleries and that where they've got canvases just with splatters on them? It's exactly what it's like.
Turn it around in different directions as well. And this is just a little cheap straw, and just create.
That's brilliant.
Do you know what? I quite like that. So I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop, and I'm going to dry that off. So let me grab my tool, and let's just go over the top. They dry pretty quick as well with a heat tool, you know, Craig.
I've never tried with the heat tool.
Yeah, you can let it dry naturally.
Yeah.
I did one of this with rock salt the last time I was here. Oh, it's stunning. Honestly, the rock salt technique's beautiful. Cling film.
Cling film, yes.
Shaving foam. Oh
tin
my God, I love
foil.
shaving foam. Shame for, I'll never tire of that, ever. I'm just going to dry, literally minutes. It doesn't take long at all. You can let it dry naturally, like I said. If you are using rock salt, let it dry naturally. Don't try and force it. Don't try and force it.
That is so smart.
Love the splatter here at the sides. Look at the colour as well. The colours, I mean, when I first saw the watercolours, oh my God, I tell you, Craig, I got so excited. Because I love doing things like this. I'm just going to dry the back off as well.
And see, I was the opposite. I was like, well, what exactly am I going to be able to do with these?
I bet you've loved playing with them though.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Change my
absolutely.
tune now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to leave that to one side. I have still got quite a bit of ink on there. You get a scrap, don't do what I'm away to do, which is literally soak it up, but you get a scrap bit of cardstock, and because you have got quite a nice bit of ink there. Your little pots that you get in your kit, you could drop a bit in there and colour with it as well. So yeah, absolutely, don't do a Debbie there, just literally be a little bit more, and I'll show you what I mean by that, because I did it at home, did it on my glass mat. I got puddles and puddles of ink all over my glass mat, and I thought, I ain't wasting that, so I actually created another background with it.
Debbie, what was the card you used? Louise is asking.
Watercolour cardstock.
Watercolour card.
And the only reason is because as much as I love that, I am wanting to add a little bit more texture to it. So I am going to drop a few splatters of water into there as well. And do a little bit of faux bleaching, create another...
Do you know what would
Look
also
at
be
that.
good as well? You know, if you had your white marker, or you had some white gesso
Yep.
and splattered that as well.
Splatter
that
the
would be
white
cool,
into
eh?
there, splatter a sparkle pen over the top to create, add things like, your sticky ink, like, and add your gold flakes into it. That would look stunning.
Stunning.
I couldn't find any gold flakes last night in my craft room, otherwise I would have done. I really would have done. And again, being water-based, you can already start to see it lift. Leave it. You can spritz as well, and I'll probably do a little bit more in a second. You could take a stencil over that, stencil over, spritz water through it, lift it off, and you'll get a lovely effect. Actually, I've got a stencil. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do that in a second with my spare bit, because I'm going to keep this as it is, because I'm really loving. In fact, I think I'm loving this better than what I did at home.
It's always the same, isn't it?
It's always the same. And like I said, you'll never get two pieces the same.
Oh.
Seriously. And if you wanted to add more, of course, you could spritz. Spritz is like a fine mist. And a fine mist as well, I could start to move it a little bit more, because you can see those splatters? Moves it a little bit more, gives it a more of a, I always call it the arty-farty look. I think you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You do know what I mean, don't you?
Yes.
So create a, I mean, look at that. That's still looking lovely. Let me give that a little, in fact, you know what? Just dab it in a
Love
little
that, Debbie.
area. It almost looks like I've done a bit of salt technique.
It does
in background
actually,
with a
to be
fine
fair,
mist,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to dry that though, because I quite like that. So let's just dry that off as well.
Oh, see, now you've got me wanting to play.
I want to, this is me. Put me in front of things like this and I'll play for hours on end, because I love them. Absolutely adore anything that enables me to paint, stamp, create backgrounds with different materials. Absolutely love.
And see the tool set that you get with it, you get a water spritz in it. Could you pipette some of the
You
ink
pipette some
into
of that, you could water it down.
Awesome.
You got your own ink then in there. Absolutely. I think Debs did that, didn't she? Debs has done that before. Yeah, you could mix a couple of colours in there and create your own colour. Yeah, that's a great shout, that Craig. So again, let me just push that, because I'm really happy with that. I think actually, because that was the one that I did last night, and when I said to you, you never get two the same.
Oh my gosh, but I love both of them though.
Both of them. I'm actually thinking I'm going to use that though, because I quite like that. I love that though as well. However, do you know the spare bit that I said? Well, I picked all the colour up. And I thought, ooh! And then I just splashed, and then I spilt. That was a
Adds
spill.
to it.
But do you know what looks really cool? And if you did want to add something like, let me just, because I've got some stencils in here. Let me just grab a stencil. Let's do that one. When I said about spraying water over it, even though that's dried and was done last night, you could still spray water over the top of that stencil. All right? Give it a couple of minutes to soak, and then get your tissue, and then strip back the ink that's lifted.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't going to do this, Craig, but because I quite like
You're
that
just having
background.
fun-
But
having
it's
fun.
just a great one, an example to show you of yet another thing you can do. And when you're happy that you think you've got all off, can you see the pattern underneath? So the pattern underneath enables you to create some, almost like you've faux bleached it, but with like a paintbrush. But you can create lots of things, and you could do that with any water-based medium. So if you've got your clear overlay pen over the top of that, not only do you get that lift, but you get a glitter effect then over
See
the top
if you've
of
done
it.
exactly what you've done, but with some of, or one of the greens, and then go and maybe make it a bit deeper. It would
Yeah.
be like dinosaur scales.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's what that looks like, doesn't it? It looks like a scale, and
Yeah.
that's just from using a stencil over the top of it. So lots of things that you can do with it, and then of course take it into your card making. So let me just pop that there. Now then, Craig, do I use that one or do I save that one for another time? Shall I use that one that I did last night? Because I have already matte and layered it, and not that it would take me that long.
They're both stunning.
Well, let's
absolutely
have a
stunning.
little look. So I'm just going to put that over. Oh Lord in heaven,
Oh,
I'm doing
she's
it.
good for it.
I'm doing it. See what I mean about never getting two the same?
Nope.
Never, ever, ever will you get two the same. Never. You just won't, because you can't control it.
No.
And that's the good thing about it. You can't control that. So I absolutely love that about these inks. Absolutely love them.
And that's it. Our printed paper pads serve a purpose. You know, you've maybe got our marbled paper pads, and that's all great. Maybe you don't have time to do your own backgrounds. Maybe you don't want to do your backgrounds. Maybe you don't have the confidence to do them. That's where our paper pads come in. But
Absolutely.
you can, if you want, 100% create your own, but you will never, ever, ever, ever get two exactly the same.
No, never. It's impossible. It's impossible. And that's what I love about. I love the nature of these inks. I love the fact that you can do so much with them as well. Stamping with them. Oh my God, Craig, stamping with them. Just incredible. And if I think I'm up here, if they're on the show, other shows when I'm up next time I'm up, which is not next week, the week after, then I might do something like that for you as well. So
Is that the week that we're back on together?
well, I've got a couple of Craft Your Stash shows. Is that, yeah, we're on together, aren't we, that week?
Yes.
Because someone's let Ben have an holiday. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know what that's all about.
Ben.
But yeah, yeah. We'll see, won't we, Craig? We'll see. Actually, like I said, I've got a few Craft Your Stash shows, so I could actually, and they're the ones that I'm doing on my own as well, so I could actually do something like that. Oh, give myself an idea now. Wait a minute, is Debbie, I hope Debbie's busy. She's not listening, because she might come in with it herself.
It's funny,
Actually,
I was
think
looking
she's
at
busy this weekend, isn't she?
my schedule earlier when we were on together, and there was the last few days I noticed I'm not on the 5 o'clock show, and I'm like, why is it I'm forgetting that that's demonstrator only? And
I know, they're
that
letting us
week-
loose
That
on our
week
own
that I'm the
shows.
presenter, yeah. Have you done one on your own yet? Like, I know you've done
Yes.
shows on your own, but
Yeah.
I absolutely love the 5 o'clock solo shows now.
I've
Absolutely
done
love
one
them.
solo show with Jamie. I can't remember what we did. Jamie, can you? Tim, did we?
Jamie can't remember.
Was I not with you, Jamie? Was it Sam? It might have been Sam. I think I've got my boys mixed up again. I'm always getting my boys mixed up. Thank God I only had one myself. I'm terrible. How can I get you mixed up? You don't even look alike. It was a morning show. Yeah, it was a morning show. Just can't remember what I did. Ain't that funny? We're only, not last week, week before. How can I forget?
Oh, was it a craft together? Is that what you done?
No, I
No?
didn't get that one. You lot got the sit-down ones. I got the stood-up one.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
I know what you
I got the stood-up one.
Well, funny you saying that, because I almost threw my toys out the pram the other day.
Did you?
I'm saying that flippantly, I didn't quite really do that well. But that was because when I was meant to do the foil press, I thought it was a craft together, so I was getting excited that I got to sit down in Studio 1 again.
You've got to sit down with foil press.
Jamie told me, he says, no, it's a craft together. He says, so craft your stash or you're in the main studio, mate. I was like, oh. No, you didn't. You didn't. Sorry. No, tell lie. Yes, Jamie did offer a stool, but I'm sorry, a stool in the studio behind that counter doesn't
Please never
work.
offer me a stool, Jamie, because it'll be a case of Debbie going akimbo over the stool. I'm just not very good with stools, so yeah.
Plus, we're not a boy band.
Now, Craig, do we go in the middle? Do we go down at the bottom? Do we go up at the top? Do we go there?
I like the middle.
3/4? There? Middle? I'll be covering that pink up though, won't I? Yeah, we'll go there. Jamie's right, bit of pink over the top. And there we go.
It.
Create a nice, quick, simple, easy card. Sorry. Quite quick, simple, easy card with a couple of the colours and create something very arty looking.
Very.
Yeah. And I've still got 2 left here to play around with later.
Oh, I'm just itching to get home and start playing with mine once again as well. Absolutely love them. You could be doing exactly what Debbie's just shown you, as well as following along with all the other demonstrations we've done across on Crafters Companion YouTube channel. But if you go for that deal today, you're going to get these 2 sets here. You're going to get 12 colours in total. All of these are your watercolours, so water-based, completely different colours. I know I showed you the boards a moment ago and I'll show you them again. Those are the 12 colours you're getting. You are getting your accessory tool set, your 2 tubs, you're getting your extra long pipette with your water spritz, but these are the 12 colours that you're going to be getting. So can you imagine using those? Do what Debbie showed you with the stencil. That could be like for your dinosaurs, and then of course you've got your other vibrant tones with your fuchsias, you've got blacks, you've got your navies, your blues, yellows. All 12 of these are what you're going to be getting with, of course, that toolkit as well. £42 here in the UK Platinum, £33.60 are there available for you guys stateside as well. Head out across to yourwebsite.com to see the details with your tariff, of course. But we are going to be back in a couple of minutes where we shall carry on with this Make It Saturday.
Hello, my name is Christine Mahoney. I love Crafters TV for so many reasons. Number 1 is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects. That's what sells me on buying the products, because they show us how to use them. I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course, and everyone involved in Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. And of course the interaction with all of the people that write in. I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much. So, cheers to my favorite crafting company of all time. You bring me such joy, like the taste of this fine red wine. The products, the people, and Crafters TV bring me joy, make me happy, and you're all family to me. I love you all so very much. Now let's all stay in touch. Cheers.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, briers, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns, and templates. Gemini Pro, Julia, and the OG. Gemini Go, Mini, and the MIDI. Tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens, and aqua blends. Illustrators, classics, and tri-blends, and color blends, and glitter pens, and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelopes, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard. Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice and zinc trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape and brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, felt quick writing pads and CDs, gilding. washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft asphalt, press sparkle pots, centura pan and sticky dots, pigment, ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft. Stick and spray and stick away. Dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, Ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, Ultimate Buzz, Compendium, Sarah signature collections, and don't forget Discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
So much love for what Debbie was just showing you there a moment ago. Tara Baldwin is saying, Debbie, that is stunning. Mimi is saying, that looks so nice, Debbie. Ems, Books Are Everywhere on YouTube says, I did the shaving foam technique with these on photo paper. It worked so well. Charlene is saying those liquid watercolours look like they are so much fun. Honestly, they really, really are. Trudy is saying, this is regarding, of course, myself going to New York next month, saying, I see a full scrapbook being done in your future, Craig. I see it too. And Paw Print ×4 says, I spent my summer in New York visiting my grandmother. There is so much to do and see. Have fun, Craig. I know you will. Oh, I absolutely will. Just counting down the days. So yeah, so when I disappear for 2 weeks, I've taken 2 weeks off later on in June. So that's where I've disappeared to. I'm not in New York for 2 weeks, unfortunately, but just taking the 2 weeks off. A couple of questions, Debbie. Oh, yep. Stephanie is saying, Debbie, are you using your missing poke tool, or did you find another?
Nope, I still can't find that missing poke tool. I think it had legs and walked out of my bag. So I think. No, so I can't. So I need actually, now you've reminded me, I need to write that down, Craig. I need a new poke tool. Do you know from arcades?
Yes.
Gone.
Totally gone. Disappeared
out of the bag. So no, so I've been using me old style one, but I've got the original ones in there. But yeah, it's still not there. I don't know where it is. It's bizarre. It was there one day at Hobby Maker.
Ah, the Hobby Maker
and then
scallywags.
It disappeared. Yes, it disappeared. I mean, I'm not throwing things out there, but.
Josh or Cat, just saying. Josh or Cat, just saying.
Yeah. It's okay, they're not watching.
No, they won't be watching. Wait, you see, the one time they probably tune in, just as we are throwing them under the bus. Great guys at Hobby Maker. Right, let's have a look at this goodie bag once again. If you didn't see it at the start of the show, do go back afterwards, because Debbie did do a demonstration with them, with my help, of course, with phone pads. That's about all that I done. But you're going to get everything that's in here for £35, $45. Platinum in the UK, £28, $36. Of course, please remember, of course, you guys stateside got your tariff in place. So check out the website when it comes to checkout for all of that detail. But let's show you essentially what you're going to be paying for. Great having these in here because, of course, Debbie explained your alcohol colouring. And then you're also going to get your sparkle pens. Now, in essence, the sort of things that Debbie was showing you and talked about with, of course, the liquid watercolours, you could do in some same ways with your sparkle pens, being water-based. But when it comes to the price, that's essentially what you're paying for. 12 of your classic alcohol pens. Then you're also going to be getting your deep water-based shimmer pens. So you've got your gold or sparkle pens, gold, silver, and you've got your onyx black. Then what you're also going to be getting is, you're going to be getting all of these as well for no additional cost. Now, I know we did have just a moment ago, Woodstone Bird Box is saying about foam pads on these one size-wise. Really, it's just as long as you're using the size that, you know, small enough that you're not going to see through the little apertures, but it's entirely up to you. Cut into your foam pads. They could be as thick as you want, thin as you want. Foam pad-wise, use whichever ones you want to. You're also then going to be getting your 6x6 2D embossing folder with the sentiment stamp, and you're going to get that border die. All of them work well together, but you can use them individually. Then you've got your With Love die that Debbie used within, well, both demonstrations earlier on within the goodie bag and also the liquid watercolour. You're then also going to be getting from the Majestic Unicorn the sentiment stamp and die. Also from the Majestic Unicorn, you're going to be getting these 8 sentiment stamps. Remember, what I'm showing you now, no additional cost. You're getting them all for free. Then, of course, when it comes to the Age of Elegance, you've got that With Love. So you've got that little envelope, you've got your stamps in there as well. So 7 pieces in that one. Then you're going to be getting your 6-piece stamp and die, that With Fall. So that's giving you that frame sentiment with your stamps there to mix and match. You're going to be getting your Hello Autumn, this one here being 9 components, so you're going to be getting 8 dies, 1 sentiment stamp. Lots and lots in here. Your Just Because sentiment with the matte and Laird die. And then if that wasn't enough, we're going to be giving you 5 of your sentiments on the wooden blocks with your little coloured ink pad as well from Violet Studio. So all of what I was showing you there, you are going to be getting for no additional cost. If you are UK Platinum, of course, at £28. But what you are paid for are these 2. And you're going to be getting all of that. Exceptional. The Saturday, Make It Saturday goodie bags are becoming busier and busier and busier every single week. But then on the other hand, they're getting better and better and better. The better they get, the busier they are, the quicker they go. So keep that in mind. We've still got about 25 minutes towards the end of the show. Everything that we are showing you still stays in place until midnight tonight, or of course until stock's gone. So keep that one in mind. Might still be available after our live show, but of course you've got up till midnight to take advantage of all of those. £28 Platinum here in the UK for your goodie bag. Then what we're going to be having a look is the Bensational Bundle box. I've put box in there. You don't get a box, but I thought Bensational Bundle box sounded good. Wow, is this off the back of Ben's Day? Ben's Day, yeah. You're going to get all of this for £40 or $56. Of course, for you guys stateside, check out your website when you check out. But everything consists of this. So you're going to be getting your 32 sheets of your Vibrant Metallics 12x12 paper pad, 250 GSM, the most beautiful vibrant colours, mirror printed onto mirror. That's just giving you a little indication as to the quality that you've got, but that is the designs that you're going to be getting. So 32 sheets of 12x12. You're then also going to be getting 2 of your rocker blocks, so 2 of your larger rocker blocks, that's in there. You're also then going to be getting your flip marker. So you start to write or colour with them. You tilt the card and it kind of changes colour slightly. Super, super cool. That's in there. You're then going to be getting 10 sheets of your copper shedless glitter card. So 250 GSM, A4 in size. Use it with your scan and cut, your Cricut, all your different cutting machines with blades. No problem whatsoever. Then from the Lovebirds, you're then going to be getting 24 sheets of your linen cardstock. Even if you don't have the Lovebird collection, still a great, bright colour set of linen cardstock. So that's in there, 24 sheets. A little bit of Halloween, you're going to then be getting your Halloween treat box. So that one there's the template, draw around it twice, cut it out, assemble, creates your little pumpkin treat box. That's in there. You're then also going to be getting this one here. Now, this is a duplicate of what's in that goodie bag today. So just keep that in mind. If you've gone for the goodie bag today, you will get this one. But you know what? Gift it, keep it, you know, give it to the kids, the grandkiddies, or, you know, gift it to a charity if you want to. But that's in there as well. You're then going to get one of our scoreboards. So that's in here. So this is giving you, within that front view, you've got the heart, you've got the little flower with all the additional detail. You've got your circles, your little cupcakes, you've got your tags, your stamp. That's in there. We've still got loads going on here. We've got one of our corner punches. That's in here as well. So one of the decorative corner punches. 3 50ml tubs of your blush. Look at that one there. Your blush Gildan Flakes. You've got your rose gold, soft rose, and you've got your pretty pink. That's in there as well. You're then also going to be getting one of our shimmer sprays. So you're going to get Summer Meadow in there. So shimmer spray included. We're then going to be giving you the replacement tool set for when it comes to your shimmer spray, or pop water in there, or put your powder creations in there, whatever it is, that's in there included. We're then going to be giving you Flame Pink. That one is one of our shimmer ink pads. That one is the pearlescent shimmer ink pad, and it's got the touch of gold in there as well. That's in there. And then if that wasn't enough, we're also going to be giving you 36 of your square stained glass. Now, just to say, that is a duplicate of what we had at the start of the show that we've been showing you. So if you see these ones here, then that's the same ones that we were showing you earlier on with that was it Summer Sizzler? Sizzler deal. So it's the same one there. However, you can never have too many of them. Then you're also going to be getting your beautiful butterfly stamps in here. So these are giving you 3 of your butterfly stamps. That's in there. And then if that wasn't enough, last but by no means least, Morning Sunshine. There we go. We've got, that's my granddad used to say that to me. Morning Sunshine.
Morning Sunshine.
That's in there. How cool is that? That patchwork create a card die in there too. So that's in there. All of that is what you are getting for £40 platinum here in the UK. Everything that I've just shown you there is what's coming your way. How? That's still in stock. I don't know. The fact is, it is, but we don't have many left, which that I'm definitely not surprised. So that's in there. Check it across on the website while stocks remain, but £40 here in the UK, platinum price. And then while I get my last one before we head across to Debbie just shortly, Christmas is coming. It is coming. I know, actually, even before I take my 2-week break, I know I'll already starting to venture into the world of Christmas when it comes to Crafter's Companion. So why not get started early with this epic deal? £33.09. You guys stateside, your details on the screen and on your website, which then consists of Home for the Holidays from Violet Studio. That is giving you over 550 pieces. Stickers, toppers, gems, button, twine, pom-poms, card blanks, envelopes, all of that is in that card kit there from Violet Studios. One of my favourites from Jingle All the Way, the bell stamp, that's in there. Then we've got our Christmas tree create a card dies, that's in there. From our Touch of Sparkle, we've got the angel. That's then your stamp, your die, your template to pop your gems and pearls in place. From that same range, we've got the mistletoe, stamp die template. That is in there. We've got 10 sheets of our Christmas green Centura Pearl, 310 GSM. That's in there. We're then also giving you your Frosty Mint. That one there being your touch of shimmer of your Centura Pearl. Essentially, that's creating like your own Centura Pearl card. That's in there. Then we've also got our kind of our iridescent glitter glues. So that's a great one to create that frosted look when it comes to your cards. And then we're also giving you your precious pastel when it comes to your glitter glues as well. So all of what I've just shown you there, £33.09. £33.09. Your usual price would be $86.91 for you guys stateside. You would be $111.83. So exceptional value when it comes to Christmas. And there's a number of that actually you could be able to use out with Christmas. So that is all of that on the website. Everything that myself and Debbie have been showing you, cross on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Have a look, shop the day, hot shop the show, and have a peruse. We've also got the 10 for 10 going on at the moment when it comes to this weekend. So 10 items for £10, $10, €10. Then we're going to go into something brand new, just freshly launched yesterday when it comes to the pick of the week. And this is our showstopper with our template and paper envelope bumper card kit, or paper pad kit. This is off the back of course, you know, for years and years and years, Sarah's been showing you the envelopes to be making with the envelope maker, and so many still do. However, we brought out the template library, which did have some templates in there to make the envelopes, and you guys went crazy for them. So you went crazy, so Leanne went, Sarah went to Leanne and said, right, let's get a new collection with all of the simple or most used envelopes that we do, and let's do it in template form. So you're going to be getting all of these templates here. So we're going to be getting a variety of templates, UK, well, say UK and US sized envelopes. You're going to find that some of them are pretty much identical. It's just the name that changed. What I mean by that is if I look at this one here, this is 5x7. This one here being your actual envelope liner, because these also consist of the liners for your envelopes as well. So not only are you going to make the nice pretty envelopes, you're going to be able to finish them off on the inside. So there is your envelope that you can see here, and then you've got your envelope liner that we're going to see in a moment. So I'm just going to then just flick through. What I will just show you is each of these ones here, just so that you can kind of get that idea. However, go across onto our YouTube channel and have a look at the shows yesterday with Sarah and see these all in great detail. You've got your key sizes, 5x6, 4x6. You've then got your DL size in that as well. Plus you've got all these papers. These ones are multi-directional, so it does not matter where you pop the template on. It's not as if the image is going to be upside down, because you've got that multi-directional imagery within the papers. And because it is your showstopper, what you're going to be getting is all of these as well. So you're going to be getting all of these little accessories, your pom-poms and gems and ribbon bows. You've got your frame dies in here. You've got your sticker book in here, enamel dots in here, alphabet stickers in here. Plus you've also got your watercolour waves as well. Relatively new to the range here, 250 GSM, 12 designs, 2 of each. It's got the most incredible smooth coating when it comes to the front of it here as well. Everything that I've just shown you is available there for you guys stateside. £50, or and the UK, £50 38 platinum here in the UK for you guys stateside. Check out your website for all your details, as well as you guys across Central Europe. Right, Theo, we're going to have a look and get started with the demo of the week vote before we go across to Debbie for a demonstration here. So you've got 2 to choose from, both of these from Lily. Now this one, she used the duet colour blooms with, of course, the template. So that one, so you've got 1, we're just doing 1 and 2, are we? So number 1 is what we're seeing right now. And then number 2, of course, is from the patchwork create a card die, which came, of course, from Ben's goodie bag. So 1 or 2. The choice is yours. We will come back just shortly with the result, and whichever one wins, we will see a recap of that demonstration done. Did show you the pick of the week there that just launched yesterday, so let's head across to Debbie and see it in action.
And do you remember when because we've known about this for months, me and Craig.
I know,
we had a little hand in helping when certain things were going wrong, weren't they? And me and Craig, so one of the guys over came, can you just help us out? Me and Craig straight over there. Anybody said new product, we were like, woof, straight there.
We were.
Moth to the, what was it? Moth to a flame, exactly. And we were both blown away with it, and we knew this was going to be absolutely mega, and it absolutely proved it. Did you see Sarah yesterday? I caught some of the bits of the shows. Sensational what you can do with it. I am being a little bit selfish though. I've gone with the money wallet because there's the birthday coming up, and I thought rather than...
Hey, why not?
There's a money wallet in here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I've got a liner in it as well, which I absolutely love the inclusion of it, because trying to work out how to fit a liner inside it can be quite difficult. So it's lovely that it's been all wrapped up and taken care of in the template form. So I've chosen 2 contrasting colours, and I say contrasting, one for the liner. So simple, so easy. Make life easy for yourself. Take your 12 by 12 paper, line it up at the bottom there and the side, so that when you come into mark your markings on here, it makes it nice and easy, and you're getting the most out of your paper, because of course any spare paper can be used to decorate if you're making cards. Me and Craig both love doing the strip version of making a card. I like to do the fractured ones at the minute. I'm really into the fractured one, or I think it's called, another word for it is an herringbone technique. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that you can use those scraps. Now I am just literally using a pencil. You can, of course, and I've shown many a time how to do it through the machine, and you absolutely can do this exactly the same way. And I think when I've got a little bit more time, if we still got this in stock the next time I'm up, I'll show you how to do that. I do have it though, I think I've shown many occasions where you can simply run it through your machine. It imprints into there. It also puts the score lines in, and all you need to do is use your scissors, and it makes it neater because I don't have to rub all of this out. But on saying that, Craig, we have, and now I don't know if we've got them in stock actually. Do you know anything about the erasable pens?
I don't think we do have them in stock.
Have we not got them in stock? Well, if you were lucky enough to get hold of the erasable pens that we used in sewing, then absolutely use those, because all you need to do is either use a heat tool across it or an iron, and it literally lifts off.
Any old iron?
Any old iron,
At least you got that.
I did, yeah. Any old iron, any old iron. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Is that a song?
Yeah. Was that on a TV advert or something?
I think it was something along those lines, weren't it?
Kids nowadays, they don't get those references.
They won't get it, will they? Did you hear him?
I did.
A kid. I'm a kid, I don't get it. And the same applies when you are doing your, and it, honestly, so easy, so quick, so easy to do. And so many templates in there, Craig. So many templates.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah, I love it. And I love the fact that you've got the paper in there. And do you know what? When the paper's gone, doesn't matter, because look at all the paper pads that we do. All the paper pads that we do, you are going to be able to use. You've got the template for life. So easy, so quick to do as well. And it couldn't be any easier than what I'm doing right now. And if you do or didn't catch the show with Sarah, please do go back and watch. I think Lily started off in the morning with a sneaky preview in that first show. Someone remind me about those early shows, Craig. I'll be rocking up at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no, you go live at 10 o'clock.
I know, I'm like, we're going live at 10 now, aren't we? So I'm like, someone remind me when it's my turn. But yeah, Lily started. Sarah obviously gave you another sneak peek in the 12 o'clock show and then did the official launch. Now, you will need a scoreboard if you're not using it through your machine. And it simply is lining it up. And do you know we talked about the black line on a board?
Yeah.
Talk about making it easy for yourself. Literally put your score lines into place. Oh, do you know what I forgot?
What's
I forgot
that?
to put the slit in. I'll show you in a second. Now there is a little, and I'll go back to that in a second. That I could line it back up. A couple of ways that you can do it. There is a little cut line that's just at the bottom where you can just mark that onto the top there, and then use a knife, because it's somewhere to tuck it in. And I'll explain a little bit more in a second. But it could not be this. Honestly, couldn't be as simpler as this. Literally just stick them together.
Yeah.
Oh, let me grab my wet glue.
Imagine you've got all your Sarah signature speciality papers and you're just not quite sure how and when you'll use them all. This is the perfect time, isn't it?
Perfect, yeah. Matching cards with matching envelopes, different sizes, like you said, traditional sizes as well in there.
Oh, reusable.
Oops, do you know what I've done? I've realised I've not stuck it down, and I want that underneath. I want them tucked underneath.
The heat erasable pens are in stock.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, Jan's saying.
Oh, fabulous. Thanks, Jan.
Oh, she said, yeah, because she bought some earlier on.
Let me just tuck that back underneath because I want that to be, just move that back off. That's a good job I use repositional glue into it. It is a good job because what I want to do is stick that inside. Now I've got to be careful now, haven't I? Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. Don't do a Debbie. Literally pop that back in. I might put some more glue on to make it slip and slide because it is a very nice lightweight paper, perfect for your envelopes. We don't want nothing too heavy, but I want that to be tucked inside to make it a really nice, neat finish. And that's the beauty of using a all-purpose glue. Now, I haven't put the slit in. I'll show you the one that I have done here. But again, just tuck that in now, use that fold. And you've got your lovely little money envelope created in seconds. And if you do put the slit in, little top tip, if you're anything like me, I made it chunkier. So I made it like a downward smile. So I went round it because I'm terrible for trying to find in a pattern paper. So I made life easy for myself and just pop that into there. Then you've got your money envelope made in seconds. And I mean seconds. They are incredible. I love it. I love it just as much as I love the template library, Craig. But for me, absolutely fabulous to have a gorgeous finished quality money wallet. Stick loads of money in there now as well. Absolutely done and dusted in seconds.
Love it. How cool is that? The papers that you've got included, of course, of all the other papers that you can be using. Just say as well, you can use papers that have a directional image on it. You just need to make sure the way that you are drawing around and cutting around, positioning, of course, your envelope, the image is in that same view. But yeah, you're going to get that whole lot I showed you just beforehand, of course, all of that extra showstopper. You've got the templates, you've got the papers. You're going to get them for £50.38 platinum here in the UK, and then you guys stateside available for you, and of course for you guys in Central Europe as well. So just go across to .co.uk.com or .eu and have a look at everything that we've got going on the website this weekend as well, including the 10 for 10. Now, before we start to wrap up for the week, we are going to announce the winner of Demo of the Week, which both of them was from Lily, but the actual winner went to number 1, which is all about the duet colour blooms and, of course, that stencil template that Lily used as well. If you didn't get a chance to actually see that live when Lily was creating it, well, now is your opportunity to have a little recap as to what she'd done to make it.
We're going to use these fantastic colour bloom ink pads alongside some of our masks. So for this one, we're going to use our Exquisite Rose mask set here, which is this beautiful, really detailed design. We're going to use that alongside our Duet colour blue ink pads for a nice, simple technique, but just sort of how these lovely ink pads work in action. So we've got a piece of our watercolour cardstock. Now, every time that you are working with these ink pads and you're adding water, then watercolour card is definitely the one to go for. It's going to give you the best results with these ink pads. We've just sprayed the back of our mask nice and lightly using our Stick and Spray repositionable adhesive. Now, this is crucial when you've got a stencil or a mask that's as intricate as this one, just to make sure that none of those delicate areas of the mask are going to sort of lift up as we start to add our ink. So we've got that on the reverse. We're just going to place it on the centre of our watercolour card and just make sure that's nicely secured onto our cardstock. At this point, we'll bring in one of our Duet ink pads, which is our Dusk Orchid colour bloom. Absolutely beautiful colourway with this one. It's going to go down more of a bluey sort of purpley colour, and it will the colours will change ever so slightly as we start to add our water. So we've got one of our blending tools here, just our square blending tool. We're just going to pick up some of that ink onto our blending tool, and we're going to start to lay down that ink onto our cardstock. Now, it's always a lot easier and a lot more going to give you a better result if you start off a little bit more lightly when it comes to your ink, and then you can just start to build up that colour until you get the result that you're wanting in terms of that intensity. So just going around with our blending tool onto there. Now, this is going to be a nice sort of subtle design. We're not wanting really bold. We're not wanting that detail to be really crisp. If you do want to get all that detail and get into all those nooks and crannies of the stencil, then by all means go in with your little finger daubers, and that will allow you to get into all those fine details and give you a really crisp image. But because it's going to be more of a sort of diffused look for our background, then it's going to still give us that lovely effect by going in with one of our larger blending tools. Just going around, working in a circular motion, just to make sure we get a nice smooth lay down of colour onto our image here. I'm going to have it more intensive in terms of that colour. It will just be fading out towards the white at the edges here. Just going in and building up this colour. Now, with any of the colourways of our colour bloom ink pads, it's exactly the same in that the more colour, the more intense that colour, the you add to your cardstock, the more striking that bloom is going to be when you add the water. If you're very subtle in terms of the colour that you're adding, if you've only added a slight amount of ink onto your cardstock, then you get quite a simple and subtle sort of effect with your colour bloom. So if you want that real striking colour bloom effect where those colours split, then by all means go in with plenty of ink to make sure it's going to give you that really striking effect. So we've laid down our ink onto there like so. At this point we're going to leave our actually in position. If you want a really diffused effect, then you'd remove your mask first, but we're actually going to leave our mask in position, and I'm just going to grab my heat tool and just sort of heat this to heat set it, and this is going to give you the best result in terms of colour separation.
Yeah.
So just going around with our heat tool, and as you can see it start to sort of roll up a little bit, we're just going to turn that over, and that will help to flatten out that cardstock, and that should be nicely set, ready for us to add the water. Leaving that stencil in position, and all we're going to do is we're going to grab our water. You can of course use your spritzer, but we want larger droplets of water, so we're just going to grab our paintbrush here, and we're literally just going to flick at our piece of cardstock using plenty of water here. So I'm picking up plenty from that water tub here, and we're just flicking that onto our cardstock. You can actually see some of the areas that are already starting to bloom there, where it's going more of a sort of a pale bluey colour where it's starting to bloom. And if you want larger droplets, you can always just sort of just that onto your cardstock. To get you those nice large droplets of water. If you want that nice fine spray mix, by all means going in with your little mister bottles will allow you to get all those fine little water droplets. So you can see that's already starting to bloom, especially in that area in the centre where we've got that large petal. You can sort of see on there it's already started to bloom. So I'll move my water pot out of the way, and all we do at this point, very similar to what we do with our water reactive ink pads, we're just going to grab a piece of kitchen towel and we're just going to smother our artwork just like so, just to pick up all that colour, and we take that away, you can start to see all that colour bloom effect. Now it will be more prominent once we remove that stencil or that mask, but we'll just make sure that's nice and dry so that we don't get any of that colour bleed under the mask when we remove it. And then it's time for the big reveal, so we'll just grab one side of that mask there. We'll just start to gently ease it back with it being such a delicate mask, and you can see there that is the sort of effect you get. Mask alongside colour blue ink pads. How cool is that? You can see that real sort of colour differential there. It goes from sort of purpley to pink to blue. Absolutely love that effect. Now to build this into a card, I'm going to keep it quite simple, quite a plain and simple card, allowing this artwork to do all the talking. All we've done ahead of time is we've just matted and laid similar sort of thing here onto our black cardstock, and then we've got a card base that we've cut down to about 7 3/4 by 6. We've got some panels, some mats and layers that are going to go onto there just to help frame stuff together. So we've got some of our white card that we've matted onto some of that black card, and we'll just take our tape pen going on the edges just to adhere that onto our card base. So that's just going to go into the middle of our card base just like so, and then we'll grab our topper here that we've just created and we'll stick that onto the card base. Once again, using our tape pen. You could of course use your foam tape if you want a little bit more dimension onto the reverse of that piece. That's just going to go into the centre there as our topper, and then just to finish it off, just pop some sentiments on there. I've taken some of our sentiment stamps here, this one being our simple sentiments, and I've stamped out happy birthday to you. So we'll pop that onto that top left hand corner just to finish it off nicely, just as that finishing touch, which will frame that lovely design perfectly. It's got our happy birthday, and then we have got our to you. So there's our you, and then there's our to. We don't want it to be happy birthday you too. Doesn't sound quite right, unless you had two people who had the same birthday on the same day. You too. It could also be to you happy birthday, that would also work. We'll have that onto there just to finish it off. Actually, I'm going to have that a little bit of a quirky angle just to make that look a little bit more sort of rustic. There we go. Very, very simple style card here, using those fantastic colour bloom ink pads. Just showing you in action how they work, how you use that heat tool to heat set it first, then you add your water afterwards, and it's going to give you a super cool effect, just like that.
Sorry if you heard a little funny noise there. That wasn't me yawning and stretching. Having a great big yawn and stretch. Not realising that Jamie had put our mics live at like 10 seconds before.
It's all right. 30 seconds, I were in my car.
You were actually. Yeah, she was gone. She was gone. No, you were just packing up, weren't you?
I was just packing things away, yeah. I was like, oh, and then he went 30 seconds. I went 30 seconds. You'd never seen me move as fast. And I still managed to get a swig of coffee in as well.
You did?
I did, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, we done well.
Pretty nimble on the feet now.
We done well. We done well. Do you know what? Just before we start to wrap up, of course, we've got the winner announced with this hour. It's been such a lovely show and day,
It's been really nice,
Debbie.
hasn't it? It's been lovely, yeah. Really enjoyed it.
I would sometimes get to this point be like, oh, it's over with. But we've only got a week to go and then we'll get to do it again.
I know, yeah, for the full week.
For the full week.
For the full week, which I am really, really looking forward to. I mean, don't tell him. I'm glad he's going on holiday.
Oh, I'm the
Just
same.
so I can get to work with him. But we're not going to tell Ben that. We're not going to mention that to Ben, are you? No. No, you're not going to do that at all. But yeah, it's been lovely.
It has. It's been really, really nice. Where are you? What are you up to this next week or so?
I'm at Hobby Maker this next week. I've got a couple of days down there. Working from home quite a bit this week though as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I shall be down at Hobby Maker Friday and Saturday, and then back up here Monday all the way through to Saturday with a day off in between because it's my gorgeous granddaughter's 7th birthday on the Friday, so I shan't be here on the 30th. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fabulous week.
That's going to be good for sure, yeah. You've got Debbie Fisher, who's here this week. I'm not sure, maybe Sarah or Leanne or Lily will be popping in every now and again as well. You've got me, I would say a week on Friday. You've got me this Friday, so Debbie's doing Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I'm here with Ben all day on the Friday. So, so yeah, so it was nice. So you've got a little bit of a mix of all of us next week. Before we start to go, we do have our winner announced for the second voucher within this show, and it goes to Tara Baldwin. Congratulations.
Yay.
Well done, Tara. So all I need you to do as well is just to email ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Just say your name and just say that you won the voucher within, of course, Make It Saturday, and the team will get that sorted. Do you? Right, so this is, of course, the last live show of this week, of course. You do have your... Do we still have Second Chance Sunday with Ben tomorrow? The pre-record. So we don't... Right, okie-doke. Right, okie-doke. So we don't have a Second Chance Sunday recorded with Ben tomorrow, but what we are doing is we've got yesterday's Pick of the Week show, which is going in its place tomorrow. So keep that in mind. So if you are looking for a recap of Second Chance Sunday, that's why it's not there tomorrow. But of course, you are going to then still have, of course, your Pick of the Week opportunity as well. And then Ben and Debbie are there going to be back live from Monday for a brand new week on at Crafters TV, of course. Debbie, you're going to be at Hobby Makers, you said?
Yes, and I'll see you all in a week's time.
Yes.
Yeah, see you all then.
And I will say, of course, I will see you on Friday. However, you know now by us at Crafters Companion, anything can change. Anything can change. I can say I'll see you on Friday and I'll turn up on Monday. You just never know. You never know. It's been lovely. Thank you, Debbie,
Thank you.
Matty, George, Jamie, of course, also to Jan as well, Rachel in the background. Have a lovely weekend. We'll see you live on Monday. Doodles.